Hey. So I'm going to go over some of the things with the Dreadmill, things that I love and things that I could possibly maybe suggest that could be areas of improvement. Let's get started. So first of all, I love the concept of the machine. This is why I've spent some time kind of analyzing all the videos of people using it, and as well as my use of it at Home Gym Con. So it is a manual self-powered machine, which I'm a fan of. I grew up watching my dad use a self-powered treadmill, and there's nothing else like it, right? When you have to be that energy workforce to drive it. It offers magnetic resistance. That's great. And it's very versatile. About the incline walking, I would love to know what % incline this machine goes up to. It's just kind of good to know for those who are in training. What does it offer? What % incline does it offer versus a flat one? It's got the magnetic resistance. Like I said, it's self-powered. You can also do banded walks on it. That's amazing. You can do a sled push, high or low. You can walk backwards. It is foldable. It's got removable J-cups. And there's some other exercises that they advertise that you can do with the lever arms set at the different J-cup levels. So when looking at this machine, if you're into of course, if you're looking at it, you're in the fitness community, you want to say, when you look at something before you purchase, like, what is the primary reason I'm purchasing this? What are my goals for training, and how is this going to help me progress in my goals and in my training? So the Dreadmill, it's going to be, right, you're going to do some cardiovascular work. You got your work capacity. You do sled pushes, you do farmer's carries. So that's great for people that might not have that ability to do it outside, especially in different types of weather. And it offers, like I said, other different exercises. So when using it, when you want to purchase, you're like, okay, so why am I purchasing this, and what do I expect it to prove on my physical performance? Like, why this machine? Like, how is this going to transfer over into the other areas of my life that I want to improve on? Not everything. So everything in the home fitness, we want it to be more than one thing, because we want it to have versatility, because we have limited space. But that doesn't necessarily mean you need to force a bunch of exercises in one machine. Because sometimes forcing those exercises puts off the kinetic movement, the mechanical move pattern, like our movement kinetically. It puts it off, and it might not help you progress, depending on how you can set it up. So just because it can do many things doesn't mean it necessarily should do many things for each individual person, right? Because we're all different sizes and shapes, which means that you need to be able to decide what works for you in your body and what doesn't. The main exercises that I'm going to review are going to be the sled drive, so the sled pushes. I'm going to go over its ability to do the farmer's carry, to do shrugs. We're going to go over the chest press, the Meadows rows, which is a version of a bent over row with one arm. We're going to go over the RDL that it does, and just the overall use of it, and some of the little things that caught my eye that maybe I could suggest that could be a little more helpful. So let's talk about the Dreadmill. The sled push, it was a little low for me. I would have liked that chest pad to be a little bit higher, because good sled push posture, you don't want your chest facing the ground. You want it a little bit more forward, right? Because spinal mechanics matter. Farmer's walks. That would have been cool if the handles flipped in and out. That would have brought, for people that are more narrow, like myself, would have brought the weights closer to our body, which is, you can see the green path. That's where it should be for farmer's walk. It's all about core stability in this exercise. Again, here's a place where vertical or horizontal, maybe having the option of those hand grips flipping in and out would make it more versatile for more people. The Meadows row here, the one arm row, this is to target the ROMs, the trats, the lats, the erectors. The key here is to having a flat back. You can see that John Meadows, this is the Meadows row, and this one is more of a round back. So this exercise is not going to fit everyone. Another instance where handles coming in and out where the blue lines are would have been more beneficial, so you have a better line of pull. This is not a true RDL. The weight is behind us instead of in front of us like the white pattern, so you're going to be able to lift more. I wouldn't call this an RDL. It's just a variation of a hip hinge. This one, if you look, the foot comes off the walking board. This is a safety issue. I would like this board to be a little bit longer, especially for people who have longer gait patterns. They could easily come off. This I did like. This is the optimal sled push area. So these pads could come up a little bit higher and make that exercise way more effective. I did like the backwards walking. This was awesome. The Dreadmill by Bells of Steel is a great machine, and I've already connected with them. I know that they're already working on their next model with upgrades, and I definitely recommend you guys should check it out. There's a lot of potential with this, and I'm excited to see what Bells of Steel comes out with next.